Odessa is absolutely unique in being such a darling rural village that has been really untouched by time. We have lots of 18th and 19th century buildings, beautiful landscaping, and it's just really a walk into history.
The pride I take when I walk down the streets, just seeing these gorgeous pieces of history. It's not just the many historic homes here, though. It's the streetscape. It's the way that the town has been not only preserved, but how the town is shared.
It's magic. It's charming. It's so historically accurate that you do feel transported. It's just like stepping back in time.
Preserving Odessa is important, not just for the people who live here, but also for the many, many people that come through as visitors to learn about Odessa back in the day, to learn about what America was like in colonial times.
It's part of our heritage. Anybody who loves history certainly sees the value in preserving this great thing that Mr. Sharp knew to recognize.
It's important because it represents some of the most important architecture in the state of Delaware. The Corbett Sharp House is a National Historic Landmark. It's a National Park Service Network to Freedom Site. The town itself is a nationally registered historic district. We have over 7,000 objects that represent some of the finest craftsmanship in the original 13 colonies in the Mid-Atlantic. When you come on a tour, you see furniture that was commissioned by the people who built these houses, and they're in the room that they were purchased for, and they've never left. That kind of documentation doesn't exist in other historic places.
Teacher selects from a choice of 9 different programs. Most teachers will select 4, and with that they get a little taste of what the 18th century was like.
They're writing with ink and getting ink all over their fingers. They're cooking in the hearth cooking program, and they've got their fingers in the flour. It's making the past real for them. This is our history. And this knew no socioeconomic boundaries. Everybody had to know how to make bread. Didn't matter who you were. These children are getting that experience.
We have a pretend store where we divide the students up into 3 families. One of them is the lower class family, one middle class, one is the upper class family. They all have 9 items that they have to buy, and those items are all similar but then reflect the class that they represent. It's like a living history lesson. This is totally hands-on, where they have to really get into the roles that they're playing. It makes all of their learning in the classroom become so much more meaningful, rather than just reading about it, but actually doing it.
Where else do you get to do that? So I feel like this is really a special niche, and to preserve that is extremely important to me, for my own children, for the future of all the children who will come through here.
It costs an enormous amount of money to preserve these buildings and really keep them in the condition that they're in now, where they're both architecturally, historically accurate to the public. So it takes a lot to maintain that. And in addition to that, we're in an area that is growing rapidly. The volume of traffic we're getting now far surpasses the traffic that these buildings got 20 years ago. That's impact. It's impact on our infrastructure, on our properties. It's more upkeep. We are looking to raise $3 million, which is a tremendous sum for a historic site of our size. But we have an engaged board, we have an engaged community, and we have supporters. We hope that it is possible. We're going to all work hard together, and we hope that people will respond to that and be generous with us.
The future is only as good as the past, and It's important that we maintain the past, that we keep this alive as a living type of museum.
I'm hoping the community realizes what a treasure they have here and will help us with our endowment. This is a very important part of local history where kids can come, scholars can come, families can come, can walk, can appreciate architecture, appreciate the collection. Something for everybody.